Merab previews his rematch against Petr Yan, promising a dominant win in a fight that he's gonna make look easy. In the recent round of fight announcements from Dana White, the final ESPN card was revealed, with which the broadcasting deal with the UFC ends as the company transitions to CBS from next year. It's gonna be a pay-per-view card with 2 title fights. Alexandre Pantoja will defend his title against the young prospect Josh Van in the co-main event, and in the headliner, the bantamweight champ is defending his title once more this year in another rematch against Yan. The Machine visited Hunter Campbell and Dana White days after his win against Corey Sandhagen and expressed to them how much he desired to break the record for the most title defenses in a calendar year, pushing to have his 4th fight this year scheduled soon. He got his wish, and on December 6th, the Georgian will have a chance to break another UFC record. As far as the matchup itself, it's safe to say he's not really worried about the challenge ahead.
So same thing like Sean O'Malley said, he will be 75% better, and I finish him. So same thing. It's good for me. Like Peter said, he was 50%, and it's good. Listen, I have as a fighter, I know he's dangerous, he's tough, and he's a good fighter. And then we all know that he's coming very good winning streak. He deserves the most now. I'm taking quick turnaround, and it's gonna be great fight. And then we all know one punch and one little mistake can change anything, especially against Petr Yan. He's dangerous opponent, you know. And I'm just gonna training hard, and I will be ready for worst. But I believe I can make it look easy. You know, I believe. But we all know, like
easy.
I think so. But but it's a fight, and we all know. Like, so we saw Pereira against Ankalaev. First fight, we saw what happened. Second fight, we all saw what happened.
Michael Bisping and Paul Felder react to Charles Oliveira's call-out of Max Holloway for the BMF title in his victory speech following the submission of Matheus Gamrot in Brazil. It's difficult to imagine a better outcome for the former champ in his last outing. He got himself a win against a top contender in the most Charles Oliveira type of fashion possible, and had a perfect octagon interview in which he possibly set up an absolute showstopper of a matchup, a rematch against Max Holloway. For the newer fans, these two have already fought once, resulting in a finish by Max, but not without a question mark due to a possible esophagus injury causing Charles not to be able to continue. That's actually become a part of the narrative now, with the Brazilian on one hand claiming he wasn't 100% in their first fight, and Holloway mocking him for the excuse. Stylistically, this fight is as close to impossible as any fight can be to being anything but explosive and dynamic.
It makes 100% sense for him and Max to run it back. There was a weird finish when they fought before with the whole esophagus tear and all that kind of craziness. And yeah, who doesn't want to see that? And again, both these guys, despite their age, they're not even that old, but again, both guys started their careers extremely young. Neither one of them, I feel, is going to be in line to be fighting for any belts anytime soon, but they're megastars in the sport of MMA and in the UFC. This is pay-per-view worthy fight right there. Max and Charles fighting for that belt. Come on. You know it's going to be pure violence. You know it's going to be unbelievable skill on display the whole time. Sign me the F up.
We all know he got knocked out against Topuria, right? What does he do? Does he change it? Does he go, you know what? I'm going to be a little more methodical. I'm going to set things up. I'm going to take my time. Gamrot's a good wrestler, so I'm not going to rush in. I'm going to pick my shots. I'm going to stick and move. No. What does he do? He walks him down with reckless abandon, throwing knees, punches, kicks, elbows. And that's why you got to love this guy, man.
Dana White reportedly offers Khabib $100 million to fight on the White House card. Multiple Russian outlets are reporting that Saudi businessmen have offered the UFC to finance Khabib's salary if he agrees to come back for one more. The figure is said to be $100 million, an unprecedented number for one fight in the octagon that no fighter in UFC history has ever come close to. According to the reports, US President Donald Trump is very much on board with the idea of having Khabib headline a White House card, as he believes the former champion to be the #1 pound-for-pound fighter despite him having been retired for years. The involvement of Saudi sheikhs in this matter is a particularly interesting development, though there is no information yet available whether Dana's new partner, Turki Al Sheikh, is also involved.
Хаба получает щедрые, я даже скажу, очень щедрые предложения от арабских шейхов, которые готовы напечатать хоть миллиарды долларов, лишь бы вернуть Хабиба в октагон. Некоторые фанаты Хабиба не приняли еще такую реальность, что они не увидят орла снова в бою. Они готовы платить баснословные деньги, и поверьте, Дейна Уайт только на их стороне. Готовы заплатить Хабибу $100 миллионов за его возвращение, чтобы увидеть противостояние Хабиба с новым чемпионом. Дональд Трамп высказался про Хабиба Нурмагомедова и признал нашего Хабиба лучшим бойцом во всем мире. Все дело в том, что недавно состоялась встреча Дана Уайта и Дональда Трампа. И вот Дональд Трамп заявил: будет невероятный бой. Мы все будем обязательно это смотреть. Самого лучшего бойца в мире, вне зависимости от веса.
Despite Khabib's repeated refusal over the past few years to even consider coming back, the 100 million number and the chance to headline on the White House card is what Dana's going to try to use as the last trick up his sleeve to pull Nurmagomedov out of retirement for this giant event. The claim is also that Trump specifically mentioned Khabib fighting, quote, the new champion. Is there a plan already in place for a specific offer, and who's the new champion? Certainly not at lightweight though, right? Dan Hooker breaks down his upcoming fight against Arman Tsarukyan and doesn't miss the opportunity to express how he feels about his opponent on a personal level. We're finally going to see one of the most heated rivalries in the lightweight division settled in the cage, and both men can't wait to put their hands on one another. Hooker being on a 3-fight winning streak but out due to an injury for quite a while, and Tsarukyan getting punished for pulling out of his title fight against Makhachev resulted in this well-timed matchup, and the implications of this are huge. Above anything else, it's a chance to fight Ilya for the lightweight crown, and while not many would be complaining about a matchup of either one of these two against the champ, they present two completely different types of challenge to Ilya. We'll find out which style comes out victorious in this classic grappler versus striker matchup where there are no secrets on the general game plan of your opponent. Here's what the Hangman thinks about the fight.
He's just kind of discredited me as a fighter and things that I've done, and that's his own opinion. But and there's just been back and forth over the years, and so I'd love to get in there and fight him. It's just things that he's done in the past, you know. He's just like a lippy little rich kid that's had everything handed to him in his life, and he thinks he can go around and like, it's like, I'm just saying, if there's a repeat, like there's a video of him walking up on Bobby Green, I'm just saying, if he walks up on me like he walked up on Bobby Green, the fight is cancelled and the UFC has been full. I might actually write that in my contract.